Warships Season 16 to the skies, November 2nd to November 22nd. We're talking 22 days long. Super excited, guys. Let's do this. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Skull Army and friends. SkullCrusher here, and we are literally a day and a half from Warships Season 16 to the skies, and I am super excited. My friends, I hope you are too. We're going to be covering the sneak peek for Warships Season 16 to the skies, and as you can see, we've already got the tech tree on the main page here. Now, this is just an overall glance of sections 1 through 4. I'll generally break down my tech trees, tech tree part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. So this is just overall of all 4 parts put together here, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, I am very excited for this season, guys. We're going to start things off actually before we actually dive on into the tech tree here with the chest rank values. Now, the chest rank values are essentially the values from the upgrade and the unlock tokens that you will be getting from your daily and your rank chests here. Now, with our with our wood chests here, the upgrade token is 265,000. The unlock is 15. For the stone chest, the upgrade is 290,000. The unlock is 16. For the iron chest, the upgrade is 325,000. The unlock is 18. For the gold chest, the upgrade is 360,000. The unlock is 20. For the diamond chest, this is where things really start getting juicy. The upgrade is 450,000. The unlock is 25. Now for legend, wait for it, dairy. This one is awesome. So your upgrade tokens will be 565,000 and the unlock tokens will be 30. So you are really making a lot of bang for your buck with those CRV, those chest rank values. Guys, we're going to dive on in to the deck layouts now. Now I'm a big fan of 2ER gameplay here for Warships Season 16 due to the fact that look how funky this looks. This just screams rocket choppers, guys. We've got the wood ramp. It is an odd layout, and there's actually a choke point only about 5 tiles wide right in the middle of the left of your screen there. So it's going to be pretty cool to see how well this layout does fare. Once we actually do start seeing the tech tree as well, we'll give you guys more of an idea of how you want to build around that choke point there. So transitioning from 2ER to 3ER, this is where things actually get really interesting, because look, once again, we still have the narrow choke point 5 tiles wide on the mid left of the layout there. Also 1 ramp, but just look at that massive opening there. I mean, this is going to be crazy for the rocket choppers just going directly across the gap here, depending how many defenses you put in there to block up that narrow choke point. But even for 3ER gameplay, Skull Army and friends, we've got that very narrow choke point, which is going to make things interesting. You really got to watch out for the rocket choppers. Now transitioning to 4ER, I mean, come on, I love what Supercell is doing with this. Watch out for the RCs over the gap there. So we go back to 2 ramps for 4ER gameplay, and as you can see, the gaps look insane here. You can completely go full RC on the right ramp and just completely backdoor it from over the gaps there. So it's going to be very interesting to see how well your opponents stack up their 4ER layout depending on what they unlock. But with that gap there, I mean, rocket choppers I think are going to be a very big threat this season. So going from 4ER to 5ER Skull Army, this one's actually a little bit boring, a little bit plain Jane. We've got that tail end on the top right there where essentially there's 2 ramps and 2 openings. Yeah, not as exciting as 3 and 4ER gameplay, but still pretty cool nonetheless here. So going from 5ER gameplay to 6ER gameplay, once again, we go right back down to 1 ramp. And this is very cool because this is very similar to the 5ER layout, except they just completely knocked out the left ramp. So once again, 1 ramp to work with. This is going to be very, very exciting. Still a little bit boring. I really think 3 and 4 ER gameplay are going to be some of the most exciting due to the deck layouts here. Now making our way over to 7 ER gameplay, guys. Once again, we break it right back down to 2 ramps here on the left and the right in a very, very big open deck layout here. Very, very small area for the rocket choppers to fly over on the right side there. Not too many gaps in between, so we might see a return of the ground troops here. Keep in mind though how exciting 3 and 4 ER gameplay is going to be for the rocket choppers. So there are our deck layouts, 2 ER through 7 ER, guys. Some very, very interesting nooks and crannies. We've got choke points, we've got massive openings, and then we get to 7 ER and it's completely grounded for the most part. Now, once again, guys, we did browse a little bit in the tech tree at the start of the video here. This is essentially the tech tree for Warships Season 16 to the skies, tech tree part 1 all the way to part 4. So we're going to break it down and go right in to tech tree part 1 here, and this is where things get super, super exciting because we are getting the rocket choppers right off the bat here, guys. They will be your starting troop, and for those of you that are not into the flying troops, well, guess what? Heavy rushing, baby. You got the heavies as the next troop to be unlocked on the tech tree there, except with how weird 3 and 4 ER gameplay are with the choke point there. Very easy for the choppers to fly over. I don't know if heavy rushing is going to be very effective. I think this is going to be ultimately coming down to a swift battle of the rocket choppers for early meta gameplay for 2 and 3 ER, possibly even 4 as well. Watching out for that gap with the choppers flying over. Now, even before we lead up to 3 ER, I also want to point out that Private Bullet is the first hero to unlock. He's also only 42 tokens. Heck of a lot cheaper from the 56 tokens he was to unlock from season 15. We've also got our first multi-node on tech tree part 1, which does offer 2 snipers, 2 machine guns, or 2 flame throwers. So very interesting, guys. I like that we do get the rocket chopper as the first flying troop. This is not the first time that we have got the rocket chopper as the flying troop. I believe season 7 or 8, it could have even been 6, we did have the rocket chopper as one of our starting troops with heavies and Everspark. That was a really, really fun meta right there. So now, guys, making our way over directly to the tech tree part 2. So after you do unlock the 3rd ER and you make your way over to the next part, Zukas will be your next unlock. So this is where you've really got to start paying attention, because take a look at that. Seekers are readily available right after 3 ER gameplay. Are you kidding me? Even before you make your way to 4 ER, you will have Seekers on the battlefield there. Now, this is where you really got to start thinking tech riding or base riding. Do I stack up on offense or do I stack up on defense? We've got troop damage, we've got shocks, we've got boom cannons, and Captain Everspark for the top path here above the Seekers. We've got boom mines, troop health, critters, gunboat energy, leading to the 4th ER on the bottom path of the critters. You really got to ask yourself a question: which is the better path for me? And as you can see, we do have the barrage and the rocket launcher tucked off the side there right above 4 ER, but technically you can unlock barrage and rocket launchers before the 4th engine room. Once you do pick up the 4th ER, the first thing you will be unlocking will be the shock mines, and then you can easily branch up to pick up the heavy chopper, and then we've got building damage right after that. So it's very exciting to see how early we have these flying troops in the season, how early we have the Seekers in the season here. So after tech tree part 2, guys, we make our way over to tech tree part 3, and this is where things just keep getting a little bit, I wouldn't say crazy, a little bit normal. We finally see artillery showing up here, guys. We got a few more multi-nodes here as well, 3 multi-nodes to be exact on tech tree part 3 here, and this is where we actually get into our first proto node as well on multi-node number 3, right after 4th engine room, which can be a hot pot 1, flotsam cannon 1, or sky shield 1. We've also got the 4th multi-node, cannon times 2, boom cannon times 1, mine times 4. We've got multi-mode number 5, which is the 2nd proto multi-node, damage amplifier 2, CMO 2, or grappler 2, all up for grabs. We've got Scorchers and Private Brick, Sergeant Brick at the bottom of your screen there as well, essentially after the 5th engine room. So to go to 5 ER, guys, guys, you've got a lot of things to play around with. You know, you can either pick up your multi-node, or I believe the artillery also does go to the 5th ER. I might have to double check that, but after 5th engine room, you will be unlocking the smoke, which then does branch down into that proto multi-node. You can pick up scorchers, you can make your way over to brick, but then we do have troop damage there as well. And troop damage is going to be absolutely savage this season, guys, because we haven't gotten to stats yet. I'm sure if you've been following the ticker at the bottom of the video, I do actually have the stats cycling there, but we will go through the stats at the end of the video here. So very exciting for Tech Tree Part 3 here. Then we make our way over to Tech Tree Part 4, and this is where like the multi-nodes are just all over the place, guys. So 6 and 7 ER are available for Tech Tree Part 4 here, and once you do go 6 ER, you transition right into another Prody multi-node. Sky Shield 2, Boom Surprise 2, or Microwaver 2. This is the first sighting and only sighting of the Microwaver in the season here, guys. There's 3 bloody Sky Shields available on Proto multi-nodes. You can have 3 Sky Shields this season, almost like a reminisce and a fallback to Warships Season 1, the dreaded bugged season, but nonetheless, that season did have a ton of Sky Shields. After the Sky Shield, you can pick up some gunboat energy up top, keep going for the troop health, and we do have the Dr. Kavan being the last hero readily available for Warship Season 16 to the skies here. Pay attention to the bottom path here. If you do actually go bottom after that multi-node number 6, you can go tanks, and then finally bombardiers. The bombardiers are available at the very end of the Tech Tree this season. They've taken the Caesars. They've taken the Seekers. They've taken the rocket choppers. They've taken the heavy choppers. They put them at the front of the Tech Tree, and it looks like we do have our bombardiers at the end of the Tech Tree this season, leading right before 7 ER. You could also go multi-node number 6, Troop Health Kavan, multi-node number 7, which does have a CMO 2, Damage Amplifier 2, and or Sky Shield 2, Cryoneers, and then 7 ER, or I think it would be a much faster path from 6 ER, going multi-node number 6, Tank, Bombardiers, and then 7th ER. But once you do go 7th ER, there's 3 more multi-nodes readily available, and there's 3 more juicy stat nodes, guys. We got multi-node number 8, which has a Damage Amplifier 2, the first sighting of the Doom Cannon 3, and the Laser Beam 3, multi-node number 9, another Doom Cannon number 3, another Laser Beam number 3, or the first sighting of the Shock Blaster number 3, and then multi-node number 10. Things get a little bit boring here, guys. We got mines times 8, boom mine times 4, and shock mines times 4. So I always go for the boom mines on the mine node, but nonetheless, guys, that is the Tech Tree Part 4 there. And then, of course, my friends, going in to the stats here, I do want to point out that I believe troop damage and gunboat energy are the real winners here, guys. We're going to have troop health at 100%, troop damage at 150%, building health at 100%, building damage at 100%, and gunboat energy at 200%. So there's a lot of exciting things to look forward to, guys. We've got a fair amount of troop damage, still a ton of gunboat energy, early rocket choppers, early seekers, early heavy choppers, late bombardiers, 22-day season, November 2nd to November 22nd. Boom goes the Dynamite. Skull Army and friends, that will be it for our Warships Season 16 sneak peek. Did take a little bit of a different approach on it. My friends, please do not forget to leave a comment. Let me know on your thoughts. Let me know what you were looking forward to most for Warships Season 16 to the skies. Remember, do not forget to leave a like on today's video. If you're new and you're digging this content, crush that subscribe button, ring that bell, and yes, stay notified for when I go live and upload awesome Boom Beach content. Pump in code SkullCrusher while you're at it. My friends, we will officially be wrapping up the video. Be on the lookout. This is going to be an absolute savage season. Say it with me, my friends. I think it's time to make like a Tom and cruise. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and happy shipping. Peace!